Hey everybody, and welcome to the Final Fantasy Tactics Colosseum AI Tournament League for April. It is Finals Day, and we are down to the Final Four. Coppola, Omega Suspect, Kaffe, and Love-Colored Magic rounding out our top four this month. Who's gonna reach the end? Let's find out. Kicking us off is my co-commentator Omega Suspect versus Coppola. Excited to be here?
Excited and very nervous, for sure.
For Greek mythology, we have Cronus the Thief with battle skill, CT save, 2 swords, and move +2. Apollo the Engineer with basic skill, arrow guard, deadshot, and maintenance. Hermes the Paladin with draw out, auto potion, attack up, and magic defend up. And Zeus the Blood Mage with black magic, damage split, magic attack up, and move +1. On the other side, for Team Beef, all caps and all E's, as you know, we have Lean the Squire with Punch Art, MP Switch, Defense Up, and Guts. Beyond the Woodman with Damage Split and Magic Defend Up. Prime the Bull Demon with Meatbone Slash. And Angus the Warlock with White Magic, Auto Potion, Move MP Up, and Magic Defend Up. Going to large 100 to start. You've thought about this matchup more than anyone else, I imagine. What do you think is going to come into play?
First and foremost, the speed discrepancy. Team Beef has an average speed of less than 10, and Coppola's units are all at 10 or more speed. And he has a source of haste, and I do not, so
It's
come down
honestly
to
a
kind
wonder.
of weathering that haste onslaught.
I mean, it's kind of a wonder, like, a team without access to haste making it into the winners' finals, basically unheard of.
Yeah, I'm always trying to kind of test that extreme of the meta, just like the defensive side and without speed. And Fig actually gave me a really good reason to do that this month with rubber costumes. Give up a speed for always defend is a trade-off that I like to build around.
Tell you what, that thief does not do a lot of damage to the defending squire there.
Yeah, and he's kind of split out from the rest of his party as well.
Although him being 1v2 means the other will be 3v2.
True.
Although certainly the Prime Bull Demon can weather the storm.
Does get in there and gets a swing off. It gets damage split and then a flare, I think that was?
Flame Lance.
Flame Lance, that's what it is, and puts him into critical, and a crossbow shot follows it up for the kill. And there we go, the thief gets another turn on the tree for the kill.
A missed revive
and
is
the revive
super unlucky.
Angus is going to try for a full life here.
Yeah, making the Minotaur outlast the mana on the Blood Mage, gonna be a bit of a struggle.
Yep, and I think that the Squire down there just got cut off from rezzing tree, so
Nice frog,
Angus
though.
goes down. Only the Squire left. She can't reach the revive, so she might go for a Secret Fist.
Oh, she can reach it now.
Revive.
And she is definitely durable enough to get some revives off. Question is, can she get the CT to line up so that they survive standing back up? This one particular time she did, but can she get up to the bull or the warlock on time? Huge MP switch there. That death sentence is actually just what she needed, because now she's going to be able to do what she wants to unopposed. Unfortunately, walking away from the two who need revival is not the plan.
Yep. There's going to be a couple crystals on the other side of the map here.
I really like how Blood Mage and Warlock and Summoner and Priest and Wizard all see representation as serious spellcasters carrying one another's skill sets.
Yeah, for sure. I forget who used it last month, but somebody was using a Warlock, and I think it actually might have been you.
It was, in fact, me.
And yeah, the casting reaction sometimes just in a match, so...
in the champion team, no less.
Yeah, exactly. I was definitely very inspired by that to make
Angus.
my full life caster, into a Warlock.
Ooh, that Purify is pretty good. I mean, I guess they were already way too far ahead for it to be any different, but still, oof.
The final nail in the coffin.
Game 1 goes to Greek mythology. Yeah, that Blood Mage hitting your tree for that much, or your bull for that much that fast was definitely a big difference maker.
Yep, the bull's going to need to land a Petrify immediately, I think, for me to stand a chance here. Especially now on a small map.
The small map.
Yep. Sure, Soul.
Well, the Thief uses haste. The Engineer uses Force Field. So it's now... The Blood Mage isn't really an AoE caster, nor... Well, I guess the Paladin is slightly.
Quite a bit of damage, too.
Although mitigated pretty well. There's that 411 Flame Lance. Bull does tank through it, though.
Like, has a cure for him.
Not a giant cure, but a big enough one to keep him in the fight.
Sure, he goes for the protect instead of the heal. Heal probably would have been better, but let's see if the bull gets a petrify here. Goes for it on Blood Mage, does not get it. The damage split brings him into critical.
Although he was dead from the thief either way. Well, that's no good.
The tree is uprooted, thrown off the cliff, and dies to the fall damage.
Yeah, Deadshot managing to get us a height kill, even if it's not the tower.
I actually noticed earlier that Coppola's team doesn't even have any source of revive, so it's just all gas, no brakes, and
Sundown and Weekend for the Thief.
Line. We got 2 different statuses. That's so interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yep. Well, that was a revenge shove.
Too bad it didn't fall the whole way down. Squire survives the dead shot from him, though.
Full Life does bring back the tree, and the Paladin has taken his final turn.
Like I said, no sources of revive on Greek mythology. That Flame Lance gets guarded as well. Very little damage from the Thief here.
Yeah, thanks to the weaken, those are really no hits at all.
Pretty much fully healed from the auto potion there.
Yeah, there goes the Paladin.
Team Beef has somewhat weathered the initial storm here.
That's a huge guard. I guess there is a little bit of revival. That Thief is undead.
True. Bull is back. 7 health. Does get a turn, but just runs away.
Does draw the Thief away from the action, though.
Like, actually might be in range to get a full life there.
Yeah, and with that pushback, bringing him just that much extra bit closer.
He may not have the MP for it.
Well, Kiri gives him another 8. Because it's free and he gets 8 on move. He's got move MP up, right? Yep. Also, that Defy Pain buys a ton of time.
And Squire's in range for the revive anyway.
Weaken does wear off.
So much damage coming out from the Engineer.
Yeah, it's going to be another couple of turns before he has enough, there's a Discord. Before he has enough MP to full life. Unfortunately, he goes down. But there's a revive.
This time with 135 health.
And a Spirit of Life. Everyone's back up. I mean, not for long, but...
Yep, now we got a critical bull and just the Squire remaining. Mjolnir does the trick. Squire goes for a wish on the Warlock. Goes down immediately to the Thief again.
Hop.
90 damage from that.
The Sundown is enough. Greek mythology takes it 2-0. And finally, Team Beef can be redeemed.
Yes. Yeah, Soul Action Economy won out in the end, but Team Beef put up a hell of a fight for sure.
Indeed. Up next, we have Kaffe 1 versus Love Card Magic 2. Or no. Yes. Kaffe 1 versus Love Card Magic 2. You must be this tall to ride versus a potion that dissolves only clothes. Yeah. So winner of this will go up against Team Beef. For You Must Be This Tall to Ride, we have Ticketmaster the Tonberry with HP Restore and Guts, Fast Pass the Jaravis with Regenerator, Height Marker the Woodman with Damage Split and Magic Defend Up, and Power Grid the Behemoth with MP Switch and Concentrate. On the other side, for a potion that dissolves only clothes, we have Skull Smash the Squire with Steel, Counter, Abandon, and Move +1. Overworked the Time Mage with White Magic, Auto Potion, Move MP Up, and Magic Defend Up. Ryu Hayabusa the Ninja with Snipe, Hamido, 2 Swords, and Move +2. And Stumpy the Tonberry with Critical Quick and Guts. Going to large 45. Haven't read that one, Soul.
Two Shadow Stitch teams face each other.
So one of them makes it through.
You must be this tall to ride in blue, and a potion, I believe, is in white. Or indeed. Full team pro shell for a potion. I believe we got a full team haste. You must be this tall. We did indeed. You can see the Tonberry wiggling.
Such a funny animation.
I love it. It doesn't wiggle all the time. It just kind of wiggles sometimes.
Sometimes you just gotta wiggle.
Also a full team haste for a potion there.
2
Fully
pro shell
buffed up.
re-raises.
Bird gets in there for the first strike. Does a little bit of damage to the Tonberry, and the ninja retaliates.
Well, that's one way to seal Shadow Stitch. Do it first.
You must be this tall shuts down the opposing Tonberry for a little bit here. Oh, but Giga Flare misses on the 2 targets. Tonberry goes for a basic attack on the bird, but misses. Mage re-upping some haste there. Finally, the bird falls to a flail from the squire. The tree moves up to get some more pro shells out for the team.
Once again, missing itself.
To help for that, the ninja moves up and attacks the tree a couple of times.
Ninja is a basic attacker, so the Shadow Stitch only really mattering for the, well, I mean, I guess slow and weaken is never only, but you know.
Yeah, it's quite a combo of afflictions that it puts out there. Pretty debilitating to most units. Big hit from the squire takes out the tree.
It used to be stop until stop got removed entirely, and then we're like, well, shoot, what do we replace it with? It is about as functionally stop as stop gets.
Yeah, exactly. Ocean still has all of its units here. 2 units from You Must Be This Tall are down. Behemoth is stitched, and so is the Tonberry, actually.
Thanks to the Asuna from the Time Mage, the Tonberry stitching switched. Try to say that 3 times fast. Don't Act wears off the Behemoth. The Tonberry starts grudging instead, so he's going to have his actions.
Behemoth almost goes down, but MP switches the final hit from the ninja there.
Tonberry going for Chef's Knife lets the Behemoth actually get his turn. Does a big 200 to the enemy Tonberry. Pro Shell's wearing off.
Mage gets a cure on the Tonberry, getting most of the Giga Flare up.
Nightshade to break the re-raise. Solid.
This Tonberry gets an HP restore, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The full brunt of a potion bearing down on him.
Though now that he has his everyone's grudge, he can do the Tonberry miracle. We've seen it before.
Start bringing him down.
He really has to deal with the other Tonberry first, because any incoming Shadow Stitch could be a disaster. Fireball is gutsed, but no HP restore on either of the two things that put him into near fatal. Shadow Stitch means there will be no HP restore forthcoming. That's how you lock someone down. Game 1 goes to a potion that dissolves only clothes.
Team from LCM has definitely proven to be very good at just slowly whittling down the enemy team over time after locking them up with those stitches.
Kaffe's did the same to pretty much everybody else he went up against, but it looks like Love Card Magic's version of it is just slightly more oppressive.
Squire is the first one to get stitched here. He's just going to flail something
It
for
does
respectable damage.
It does seal his potions and reduce his outgoing damage. So I guess that's another thing. Love Card Magic is just better at eating Shadow Stitches because two of her team members just don't really care about getting stitched.
Yeah, monsters are naturally more ability based, so Kaffe's team, all monsters, makes him a little bit more susceptible to that, maybe.
Oh, whatever you were charging there, not anymore. Or no.
Oh, immune to Don't Act.
Immune to Don't Act. Brutal.
Misses the haste on the enemy there.
Ooh, that would have been not a lucky pro shell.
A bird goes down.
It's a pretty big damage split there. Squire can't take a lot of those. It's a huge MP restore for Ticketmaster there.
This is the Giga Flare, though. Must be this tall, having trouble finding some momentum here. Don't Act wears off on the Squire. Stumpy gets stitched by Ticketmaster, though. He goes for the revive here. He does not. Goes for a Pro Shell instead. Let's get re-raise on himself, though.
Ticketmaster
Other
just
HP
keeps
restore.
hitting those HP restores. Ripping
Everything
the
he can to
re-raise
keep him
up.
in the game. Yeah, that Nightshade has been brutal. Squire gets stitched again. He just keeps on trying to chop down 'Master. Behemoth needs to get a kill here if they want to gonna stand a chance though. He keeps on getting guarded.
Yeah, Love Card Magic's team definitely has much better magic evade than anyone else Kaffe has been up against. That's a huge everyone's grudge.
He's standing right next to a crystal too, but the behemoth's probably gonna steal it here. Behemoth might go for an attack now. Doesn't get the guts though, goes down to a water ball.
And Stumpy moves in to steal. Love Card Magic 2 takes the match 2-0.
Have a rematch.
Did you fight against both Kaffe 1 and LCM 2?
I did actually.
That's funny.
Round 1 was Omega 1 versus LCM 2. Here we are again.
Here we go again. Same as the start, same as the end. We have Team Beef versus a potion that dissolves only clothes. For Team Beef, Lean the Squire with Punch Art, MP Switch, Defense Up, and Guts. Beyond the Woodman with Damage Split and Magic Defend Up. Prime the Bull Demon with Meatbone Slash. And Angus the Warlock with White Magic, Auto Potion, Move MP Up, and Magic Defend Up. For a potion that dissolves only clothes, we have Skull Smash the Squire with Steel, Counter, Abandon, and Move +1. Overworked the Time Mage with White Magic, Auto Potion, Move MP Up, and Magic Defend Up. Ryu Hayabusa the Ninja with Snipe, Hamido, 2 Swords, and Move +2. And Stumpy the Tonberry with Critical Quick and Guts. Pair of elf mantles, one of which had Abandon, is why Kaffe's Behemoth was finding himself having so much trouble.
Yeah.
Going to large, 29.
I think the only thing that Team Beef has that targets Magic Evade is Secret Fist, so.
Team Beef is black, right?
Yes.
So we have black versus white.
Yep. And a potion starts out with full Pro Shell or Regen on the Tonberry. I get a couple of hastes here, I think. Team Beef has a Regen and maybe some Pro Shells. Tree gets it on himself, but not on the bull. Now the team to meet. Fireball dodged by Angus. The mage probably going to go for another haste, this time on the Squire. And lands it. Tonberry starts with a Shadow Stitch on the Squire. Oof, that's a big Nightshade on the Warlock for 240. Prime Beef makes it into the back line on the Ninja, but the Shake-Off is guarded. Ninja gets the kill with the Fireball, following up from the Flail from the Squire. Angus is already down. Squire cannot revive because she's don't acted. Tree may try here.
Sure does.
Squire immediately gets a turn, uses target to immediately put the Warlock back down. Momentum is in a potion's favor. Bull and Ninja are facing off again. Bull gets Shadow Stitch though, so can't use Shake Off anymore.
Haste
Start
wears
wearing
off.
off. Squire tries to steal the weapon from the don't-acted Squire, but misses. Ninja lays into the Bull some more, but he's still standing.
Another Spirit of Life. And just based on how the timings worked out, the Warlock should go before the Squire now. Get a turn to cure himself. And helps the beleaguered Squire at the same time.
That's not the target you want, Bull.
Team Beef doing its beefy best.
Not a good spot to die for the Bull either. Team Beef's gonna get clogged up over here, just dealing with the Squire for now.
Yeah, that Squire having target's the real problem.
Don't Act has worn off of the Squire though. She goes for a Secret Fist, probably because she didn't have the right knight for a res. Nope, she knew the tree was gonna get the res.
It's once again a cure. Tonberry not quite close enough to get the Warlock.
I think the Warlock has enough to survive a target, but not something for this Ninja and a target.
Unfortunately, the Fireball does hit. No, he had to go for Nightshade. Target wasn't good enough because of the auto potion.
Everyone's grudge for 50. I see that often.
Spirit of Life gets Warlock back up again. He'll cure.
He's got 2 jobs on this ship. There we go. Lightning Ball is guarded. Squire decides to go after the tree with a Nightshade. Splits the 320 damage.
That is a big momentum shift, especially if the Warlock backs off and full lifes the Bull.
I don't think he has the jump to pull that off, but Beef is hanging on for now. See if we get a Secret Fist here. Nope, gets Hamido'd. Oh, she has Donax, so she went for a basic attack. Okay, I think that's a regen bag and a monster dictionary broken there.
Just running around grudging for 50.
Yeah, he really likes doing that right now. Donact has fallen off the Squire. She gets her weapon stolen.
So that's 2 weapons down. I guess there only are 2 weapons, because the other 2 are monsters. That Hamido is absolutely devastating. With all the Donacts and such being thrown about, that ninja is just a big problem.
It's definitely been really cool seeing the Donax lead into more Hamidos. Very cleverly designed.
Let's
Ocean
see.
just kind of backing off for now, rebuffing. Where he goes for a chef's knife, doesn't get the dead proc. Tree gets put into critical by the ninja, but he gets a quick cure from the warlock.
If I recall correctly, Love Card Magic won the large map, and you won the small and the medium in round 1.
Okay.
Because it was a 2-1 match.
There we go. Ninja goes down to a damage split. Squire's still surviving these 50 damage grudges. Bull has crystallized at the top. So it's a 3v3 for now. I think that was a guts proc to keep the Squire alive one more turn.
It basically has to be. Like, a mace is not hitting for 8.
Very true.
This is not vanilla. MP switched.
And then it... Wow, she is just hanging in there.
That's what she's built to do, so...
Warlock gets a pro shell. That's pretty huge.
Finally falls.
Every bit of his cures last even longer. He does have enough for a full life on the Squire. But he's going to get Shadow Stitched immediately.
And given his weapon's broken, he's punching for like 2.
Tree heals the Warlock up. Shadow Stitched. Barry tries for the dead proc on the tree. No luck. Squire brings back the ninja. The full force of a potion is looking to close it out. Acted Warlock goes for a 1 damage punch. Don't act as worn off, but it's going to get immediately reapplied. Shell is worn off of the Warlock. This should bring it a little bit closer to the end.
Just
luck on these dead procs.
I mean, I guess.
There we go, Squire's got it.
Yeah, target doesn't miss. Game 1 goes to Love Card Magic. Small 38 coming up next. Very choke point heavy map here.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that helps most. Guess it's good for Tree. Time Mage is the only one with full buffs on Ocean. Should be able to haste up some others pretty quickly. That Time Mage pretty much only does support. Guess it has some Holy Strike finishes as well, which is pretty cool. We got the first bit of offense onto the Tonberry.
Tonberry
Shadow's
doing,
Edge.
of course, his thing.
I actually forgot to set the priorities on the Squire here, who has Stigma Magic, so she might have been curing Don't Act if I didn't get that.
Nice leaf dance there.
Weapon is broken by the ninja on the Warlock. I think that's a regen bag gone. I guess possibly the Monster Dictionary as well. Warlock is Shadow Stitched.
Holy Strike misses.
Other Shadow Stitch. I'm on the tree. Tree forced to go for a basic attack.
Another Holy Strike, 252.
Very decent damage.
Bull tanks it with no problem, though. Warlock really needs to lose that Don't Act to get back in this.
Yeah, for sure. Doesn't get it for this turn, though.
That's gonna cost him.
Yeah, and he's one of the only targets left on the team, so if he goes for a full life, he's probably going to get Shadow Stitched out of it.
Looking pretty good for Love-Colored Magic.
Oh, only the Squire left. Are still not getting a turn here. Here she goes. Goes for a res onto Warlock and gets it. And then she immediately gets a turn. Get the dodge. Oh.
Warlock gets it alright. There's the Stitch to cut off those shenanigans. Disarm finally does go through.
Just keeps on dissolving all of my clothes.
She does manage to get the crystal, does prolong things a bit.
She's stuck in a corner.
Yeah, that's not great for her. Does he move back? Yup. She will have a crack at the Warlock. Or not. Love Card Magic just making sure that no avenue of comeback exists.
That Tonberry is a surgeon. Get the dead proc? Nope. He's gotten a dead proc. Oh, the fall for the finale. I love that.
If ever there were a good way to go, that is it. Love Card Magic takes the match 2-0. And we have our two finalists. We have Coppola 1 versus Love Card Magic 2. Greek Mythology versus a potion that dissolves only clothes. For Greek Mythology, we have Cronus the Thief with Battle Skill, CT Save, 2 swords, and Move +2. Apollo the Engineer with Basic Skill, Arrow Guard, Deadshot, and Maintenance. Hermes the Paladin with Draw Out, Auto Potion, Attack Up, and Magic Defend Up. And Zeus the Blood Mage with Black Magic, Damage Split, Magic Attack Up, and Move +1. On the other side, for a potion that dissolves only clothes. Been in every match but the first one tonight. Skull Smash the Squire with Steel, Counter, Abandon, and Move +1. Overworked the Time Mage with White Magic, Auto Potion, Move MP Up, and Magic Defend Up. Ryu Hayabusa the Ninja with Snipe, Hamido, 2 swords, and Move +2. And Stumpy the Tonberry with Critical Quick and Guts. Stumpy, just so good. Such a good name.
We've seen just tonight that the strength of Coppola's team is just overwhelming speed and offense, and LCM just kind of wears you down over time. So see how that matches up.
Which of the two paradigms wins the head-to-head clash? Love Card Magic's team starting off with the defensive.
Greek Mythology has a full team haste and 3-person pro shield to answer.
Cronus the Thief getting his via Sanctuary. So now we are loaded up. Overworked, doing her best to get the hastes down, but only gonna get one to start.
See if she goes for the Tonberry. She goes for the Ninja. I think the Tonberry is a little bit better of a target to get those Shadow Stitches out.
Huge Hamido there, though.
Game's finally neat, but Kronos can't get the attack off. Reflect. Wow. Don't see that often, but used preemptively to block the Mjolnir. That's pretty cool.
And Cronus has lost both of his knives.
And gets Shadow Stitched on top of it. Squire kind of finds a flank here, hits up the Paladin with the flail. Apollo moves up and crits the ninja for a healthy amount.
Purify does deal with the Shadow Stitch, but not the lost weapons. Another Reflect. Bouncing off onto the Tonberry.
Yeah, the one the ninja reflected got the hit on the Tonberry. That's so funny.
It would have been a
Very
double
cool
hit.
reflect plays here. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Still definitely helped.
I do love seeing Reflect actually being relevant. You don't see it often. There's a critical quick.
Ooh. Goes for the Shadow Stitch and never instead of the Grudge.
Speaking of Reflects, only 36% to land Mjolnir on that Squire.
It was weird how it hit like MP or something there.
That's just Blood Mage passive.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Ninja goes down, but Overworked is right there.
The Squire surviving very well in the backline here.
I feel like Poison Fists might be a little dangerous, but you do you, Thief.
I spoke too soon. As soon as I said that, the Squire got taken out by a Flame Lance.
It was only 36% to land, so...
Unlucky. Quick life to bring the ninja back. Doesn't get a turn. Stumpy's still chilling in the corner. Lamito takes out the ninja. Paladin moves up for a judgment on the Tonberry and gets the kill.
That Engineer is just being huge problems for Potion. If he gets his crossbow broken, might be a major turning point, but looking like that's not going to be happening in the large map.
I think I've seen a more aptly named unit than Overworked here. It's like always gotta haze somebody or res somebody or reflect somebody.
Yeah, Overworked definitely living up to his name.
It's the life on the Tonberry here. Tonberry's gonna need to get a kill to make this worth it. But nope, goes down immediately to the Engineer again.
Game 1 goes to Greek mythology. Love Card Magic's back up against the wall.
Getting all the initial buffs out of the way. Paladin actually moves up for the first bit of offense. A judgment on the Tonberry. Not too hard.
Looks like a Mjolnir on the Time Mage is coming. Just kidding.
You're not. Thief, this time with weapons, gets up on the squire, but gets guarded twice. And countered.
Cronus definitely not at his best against love-colored magic.
Yeah, and a quick life out of the Time Mage gets the kill. He is undead, though, so hitting this early, he may return late.
It does seem like the Engineer is really the one who's pulling its weight on this matchup. If that Engineer gets his crossbow broken, that's going to be huge for love-colored magic.
Sure.
And that's an
Even Shadow
enormous
Stitch won't slow him down too bad.
grudge.
Oh, but it misses.
Mustadio trading a slow for a kill on the Time Mage. Who do you think gets the better of that exchange?
Definitely the Engineer.
Time Mage is wished back up. Has a reflect for himself to survive the incoming Mjolnir.
So cool. Judgment on the Squire does hit, but only for 96. He is finding his way over towards the Engineer, but the Thief stands up, I think, as early as he could have.
Yup. Does not get the Hamido proc off the Ninja.
Does dodge the life cast from the Time Mage.
Stumpy is back and ready for some major oof.
He's got a grudge, but it gets guarded.
Pro Shell's wearing off. Cronus is down. Near fatal for the Squire. Ninja goes down to the Mjolnir. Muramasa double kill. It is all on Overworked. Never was a truer name given.
Just back and pretty healthy.
Cannot get the kill on the Blood Mage, though, and not a lot of magic defense on ninjas. Or magic evade, rather. There you have it. Greek mythology wins the game, the match, and the tournament. A return to form for Coppola after having a weak month last month.
Actually didn't drop a single map the entire run. Well done, Coppola. Very impressive.
Congratulations indeed. So, as always, it's been a hell of a month, guys. Thanks for coming out, sending in teams, just being the great community as always. Special thanks to Omega Suspect for tonight, and Soul and Fig for keeping the booth filled most of the rest of the month.
Happy to help.
We will be back next month with a return to our more canon formats. Although, I must say, excellent job by our three commentators building this format. Hope it was as fun for you watching it as it is for me every month watching my formats unfold.
Oh yeah, it was an absolute joy and an honor. It was really cool.
I'm glad you guys appreciated it, because I wanted to do something special for you guys after all the help you've given me over the years, and especially February. So, glad that was so well received. We'll be back in a few days or up to a week as I build the new format and get things figured out. I definitely have a lot of things to think about from things I saw this month. Mimes will not be returning next month because they're a buggy mess and I don't have enough time to fix them. But when I will have 3 months, or 4 months actually, uh, from May, June, July, and August to get Mimes settled, they'll definitely be back for September. So, uh, I'm going to get building on the new format. I will see you all in the channel. Just have a great night and see you around.
GG's and good night, everybody.